Yes, we are here at the very first Hall of Flowers, New York, with Joint Forces podcast, and I have none other than Adam Eel with me for the very first guest, baby.
Let's go. I love it in the first time.
Yeah.
Pause.
Man, so, bro, it feels out here like Cali in like 2004.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure your time frame is going to be a little different than a lot of ours. I love you, G. But yeah, it does feel before, like, right on the verge of, like, legalization in Cali, when it was, like, traditional and then it was merging. Everyone was excited. There was a lot of money. People were spending. People were buying. And that energy out here is cool. But with, like, a New York vibe. So it's a little bit,
vibe to it.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I like it.
They're ready to trap out here.
Yeah,
They're ready to get it.
Where's it at? How much?
They're ready to get it.
Where are we going? Yeah.
That's what's dope out here is, like, that energy out here. That should have been, I feel like it's been lost on Cali, kind of been ground down. We're all behind spreadsheets, mad at each other and stuff, trying to fight for a couple bucks.
I feel like a lot of people got jaded.
Right.
In Cali, and a lot of people saw it as a business instead of a culture, and they come in with a lot of money and they just spend it thinking that that's what people want, but they don't understand that there's a whole culture behind this product, this behind cannabis. And if you don't tap into the culture, you're not going to survive in the industry.
What would be your like biggest suggestion for like a New York brand or for this, how about the whole New York industry? What is your suggestion for the New York industry of what not to do? Don't make the mistakes like this.
Something I've really been saying is don't follow trends because trends die. And if you're all about a trend and that trend dies, your brand's going to die with that trend. So just be true to who you are and what you want, and your audience will come.
I.e. moon rocks, i.e. snow caps, i.e.
Like brands that came just for that, like they're not really around, but like the brand that did create it, like we still talk about it, like the originals,
right?
They found something they like and they were true to themselves. And people use that term as a general term for infused cannabis. They just call it moon rock now instead of infused. So it's like, that's when you make an impact and you can last forever with that name.
So you've been out here, how many days?
In New York?
Yeah.
This is my first full day. I landed yesterday.
Okay.
So I landed yesterday, chilled.
You were at PuffCon?
No.
Okay. You just popped out then.
I just came out here. Yeah. I have a booth. I'm dropping the LOG in New York. So we're with like a major New York distro. I'm here with Crown OG. The camera's here. I'm like looking at the booth. Crown OG. I'm out here, major New York. We got distro. I started with the vapes because, everyone loves vapes. And I just gotta, we gotta find that good OG to put my face on out here. But, a lot of people in New York like the sprayed stuff, and I'm just trying to get some good weed out.
No spray packs.
Listen, like what you like. This is my whole thing about it. Like, you got to realize this. A lot of people's first time smoking weed wasn't weed. It was a flavored cart of some like unicorn berry rainbow sherbet.
Right.
And that's what they think weed is. So when they find real weed and they smell like an OG, they're like, what is this? This doesn't smell like weed. And then you show them a sprayed pack of some pink nugs. They're like, yeah, this is the fire right here. They're like, I know when you started smoking weed and it was yesterday. So like, that's what it is. The people don't really know what real weed is. They know what like sprayed flavored weed is.
Right. And really in the vape market too, one of my first experiences with the vape was a distillate pina colada,
flavor forward, terpene heavy.
Man, when they see the difference of a real true live resin or a true live rosin,
like a strain specific
one,
different.
And they hit it, they're like, whoa.
It's different. And some people don't like it because they don't like those terps. They don't like the natural terps. They like tasting like a lollipop when they smoke,
taste.
It's different. Well, when it's your first time experiencing something, like that's what you remember it as. You're like, damn, it's never like that.
So genetics wise, you're bringing the OG to NYC.
I have the OG. It's on me all the time, but like legally in OC, you just, OG's not like the best thing to grow, and people out here just want to grow,
Right now, your OG is hemp.
Yeah, sure. Please. THCA. Yeah, we'll do that. No, in Cali, the OG's thriving. Every time it's on the shelf, it moves, it sells out. But like, this is a whole different market. It's different.
They're like the hazes out here.
Find me some. Cause I've been looking and no one has. You know what they're showing me? Motherfucking candies. It's great. The taxi, my cab driver from the airport to LA, we had a little discussion, whatever, broken English and shit. But we talked weed. And he's like, look, and he pulls out a little fucking
Ready to sell you.
like a medical jar. Remember the pop top jars?
Yeah.
With the weed, and that's what
I remember those.
It was, the pop tops. That was the best time, dude. With deli style, you got the jars, fresh, pick out the nugs that you want. It's not pre-packaged. You can hook up the good customers with a little more weight. Like, come on, bro. We miss those days. But, he showed me a pop top jar, sprayed fucking weed. I was like, bro. And then I pulled out some of my weed. He's like, oh, this is crazy. I was like, yeah, that's real weed, baby.
Well, I mean, hold on though. We don't want to come out here puffing the chest out saying like we got the real weed and y'all don't got shit.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying he had sprayed weed.
Oh,
that's what that's what he is probably used to, and he's not used to, because he probably goes to whatever plug or store that he finds on the corner.
Real OG.
A real OG.
He wasn't used to a real OG or the OG flower.
Chill. I'm just a regular ass dude, but it's just crazy for people to say that about me, or like give me those. It's so hard for me to take those words, but I appreciate it. No, I've been doing it for a long time, so yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
So, what do you got to say to the New York crowd out there?
Oh, I love the energy out here. It's great, but as far as what do I want to say to them is what?
To your people, like you're launching the brand out here. What do you say?
Don't smoke that LOG, baby. Pick that shit up if you see it in the store. Smoke what you like, but just educate yourself with what's out there, because what you think is the best might not be the best. It's just the best you can get at the moment. So be open-minded and check shit out.
That's gems from Adam Hill, baby. New York, Hall of Flowers.
Yeah, get higher.
Lazy out here right now supporting the big vibes, man. It's my guy right here. Long time supporter.
Lazy Susan, one of the hardest working men in the spaces. Everywhere I've been, he's been. That's right. We out here trying to hustle, get it for the culture, get it for other people, man.
Brand for the people. Because of all y'all. I can't do it without you guys.
New York City, Hall of Flowers, join forces, baby.
Yep. Let's go. 2025.
This is another episode of Joint Forces Hall of Flower edition, and you know it wouldn't be the show if I didn't have my bro Money Making Magic on the scene with me, man. How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. My brother Luke. You already know what it is. A high price to pay. That's why we out here.
Oh man, you can say that again. That's actually one of the things they need out here a lot, dog. They need that social justice movement. They have people out here that are representing it, and they need some support out here, man, for real.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I see it going on all around the country. You know, we rep it hard.
Right.
And, you know, I know you met with some of the homies last night that are into social equity, social justice, the reform, the back to society, back to the freedom. Money is freedom, you know. Looking forward to seeing more cats in New York get down with the program.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to getting down with more cats in New York, man. The energy out here is like pre-legalization, like the Prop 215 era, man.
That's
it's like
fact.
exciting, right?
Yeah, it's exciting. Energy out here is like, man, let's get to these bags. They're like, yo, let's get to these bags. You know what I'm saying? And out here, yeah, the energy's right for that.
Right. So like, we just landed out here, right? This is the first day Hall of Flowers. What is your like initial reaction to what the New York scene looks like right now?
From what I'm seeing over here is everybody's looking at where we're going to fit in, who we're going to start working with, what brands are going to start developing, hitting the market major. And, you know, you got to find the right people to work with, man. People that do good business and, you know, no stealing behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a key thing is like a bad partnership will sink a ship, bro. And out here, that's what we're doing. We're trying to make connections. We're trying to make partnerships. One of the good things about it is most of the people that I'm seeing around here are good folks, right? They want to get down. They want to come over and make some money. They're excited to do it. They haven't been ground down on them spreadsheets and shit yet, like a lot of our homies out in Cali. And yeah, man, this thing out here, I'm just really excited to be out here and jump in this scene. And really, man, like with my bro last night it was an inspiring situation of him saying like, hey, there's a huge social justice need out here, and we need brands like y'all out here to come out here and help us, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking forward to that too, meeting some more dudes out like that. And, you know, out here in New York, I heard they paying, you know what I'm saying?
For that part, dog.
They ain't playing, they paying.
Man, listen, you guys got to take notes from that shit. We got like 3 or 4 major players in California that pay. Everybody else, man, is on some BS. I just got an email right now. I ain't even gonna put the retailer on blast. That's talking about they 150 days late on some bullshit. That shit ain't happening out here.
Yeah, nah, it can't happen. That's against the law out here. Cali should rewrite the law and say these retailers do have to pay their bills on time or else they'll face consequences like they do out here in New York. But I think that'll be great for the industry because right now, California market is on a decline right now and we know it. Everybody's feeling it. So, it's sad to say, but some things need to change, you know?
What do you think about President Trump and the THCA hemp thing that they're promoting from the White House right now?
I mean, I've been hearing it for years, you know, I'm waiting for it.
65%.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. If it happens, you know, it opens up the market and more playground for us to, you know, go outside and play. You know what I'm saying?
And that'll change the prices and everything. We might get old, 4 bands a pound prices. You think?
I don't know about that, but shit, hey, that'll be good for me. I just bought a ranch,
That's right.
66
Talk about
acre
that a little
farm. So it's 66 acres out in Lake County. I have 3-acre canopy. So I'll be growing straight Fuego, all candies, different type of strains, my genetics. You got some genetics.
Yep.
Any of the homies got genetics, want to throw them in the scene. We'll work it out. You know what I mean? But I'll be doing that. We'll do some washing. We'll do some wholesale. I'm going to do all OCal certified, organic, living soil, everything. Right.
How did it feel when you stood up on that ridge after you closed that deal, man, and was like, yo, this me right here?
Man, it felt amazing, my brother. I was just thinking about everything going back since I was 15 and started in the game in Miami, you know, coming from Miami in all the hoods circulating, you know, it's a way different scene from where I'm from to the Cali mountains.
Right.
And just thinking about that transition and how I evolved to the person I am now and the man I became it's amazing, man. It feels great.
That's beautiful, brother. I was happy to see it, man. And I know it felt good when you were sitting there looking over that ridge. So we're going to be out here in the New York scene. We're going to be bringing the brands out here. What do you want to tell the New York industry? What's your suggestion? What's your advice? What do you just want to say? Anything?
What I suggest is bring some more brands on. If you got manufacturing, distro, cultivation, do more collaboration, especially with guys like Social Equity, Real Legacy, Money Brand, Profit Brand, and just crank it up, man, and get the wheels turning in motion now. Reach out. Instagram, emails, a friend of a friend, whoever.
It's us. It's us you hitting. This ain't no service or no shit like that.
Exactly.
When you're reaching out, you're going to tap in with one of us.
Exactly. And I think that needs to be done because there's still a lot of game out here in New York and on the East Coast that they don't know that we know, even down towards the metric game, everything compliant. You know what I'm saying? I know A to Z. You know it.
Law and order. That's our middle game.
Exactly. We're tax-paying citizens.
Tax-paying.
You know what I'm saying? So really tap in, man. There's a lot still not known about the game to those that do know the game. So let's get to these bags, man. Let's get to the freedom. The money is the freedom.
That's good advice, man. Tap in and let's get to the bag. That's another wrap for Hall of Flowers, New York edition of Joint Forces.
Joint Forces, baby. Let's go.
So what's your guys' name?
The Super Smack Bros.
So I got a question for you. Sum up this whole New York cannabis scene in one word.
Amazing.
Second amazing that we've had right there. That's pretty good. All right, I got something for you though, dog. Because you look like a crazy motherfucker.
Yahoo!
Yeah!
Let's go!
We're going to say this. If you're a crazy motherfucker, what is the craziest place you've ever smoked weed at?
Right outside the precinct.
Damn.
Right outside? Right outside the precinct in Seaford. Yep. Right there. Right by the 135. Right by the 135. And I'm like thinking, wow, all they have to do is come out and
You're
see me.
You're on
See
some
me
real
smoking right
NWA
outside.
fuck the police shit.
Yeah. That was fun. But before it was legal, we out here.
We outside.
That's crazy.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate your guys' time, man. Appreciate your guys' time. Yes, we out here in New York at the premiere of my bro Cos Marte's documentary, The Con Body Story, The Con Buzz Story. Yes, welcome to another episode of Joint Forces Hall of Flowers New York edition. And it wouldn't be my show if I didn't have my bro, Cos Marte, on here, man.
You already know.
Man, welcome, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Man. So, I'm on your home turf now.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, you were over out here in Cali. We were out there in the
That sounds
trees.
crazy. Hell yeah, I was fucking, I remember I was hallucinating because they gave like this Afghan weed and they cured it for over a year. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, you was part of that cipher, but
Yeah, I might have been.
yeah, that shit had me like, good.
We're here, Hall of Flowers, New York. I went to your premiere last night of your documentary. Bro, moving, powerful.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Man, well put together. Like, I'm watching that thing and thinking like, man, this isn't any kind of budget film. This is a professional production. Talk about who made who recorded it, who produced it, all that.
Yeah, so Deborah Granick, she's a 4-time Academy Award nominated director. She discovered Jennifer Lawrence and
J Law, shout out J Law.
Yeah, she put Ben Foster with Leave No
So
Trace.
she a force.
Yeah, she's a beast. You know, she's done a lot of big projects.
Right.
And I was her second documentary that she did.
How'd you end up linking up with her?
Through a mutual person that I met who became friends and sat down, and she asked me to come around and follow me around with a camera
Hell
and
yeah.
a boomstick. And I knew that I was going to gravitate more people on the street that way, you know, because people started asking questions like, well, what are you filming? You know, and I'm like, ba, 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 you know? So, and that was 2013, 2014, 2015, you know,
Right.
so this is a
Long time ago. Yeah, and people weren't really walking around with cameras and shit like that back
Hell no.
then.
Hell no.
That was like, yeah, well before that. So that the first two parts of the doc kind of show how you launched Body. I remember, I'm going to tell you a little thing that you probably don't know. So I want to say I was in a shoe somewhere, bro. It was probably Victorville or some shit like that. And your book came, like, so one of the bros had it, and he was like, hey, this is one of the homies that, like, he got out, he's doing the workout thing. And I was like, okay. So I remember seeing it way back then. And it was even on, do you remember those, like, readers lists, those book lists that you used to get?
That's crazy.
You had it on
I
there.
had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So seeing that was super inspirational. And then when I saw that you had launched Bud and then mixed the mind and body and what you're doing with that, literally 5 blocks from where you got knocked and had to go do time.
Yeah, 2 blocks.
2 blocks.
Yeah, like 2 blocks where my first arrest was 2 blocks away. But I got arrested 3 blocks away, and then I got arrested.
You were
around the
trapping
block.
all.
Yeah, I got arrested every block around there. I was being stopped and searched and you know, thrown on the ground.
Different time back then, huh?
Yeah, every corner was a different corner. Like I couldn't sound like my mom lived 2 blocks away from my corner where I sold drugs at because the drug dealers on that block already owned that spot. You know, like that was their block.
Right.
So that was it.
So it was said in the doc that you were making like something crazy, like $20 million or something. What was it? $5 million. That's right.
$2 million profit and by the age of 19.
Right.
You know, so it was a crazy delivery service.
In New York, like the money is flowing out there like that, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
There's a lot of money, you know, but
One of the things I noticed out here is it feels like to me, like how Cali was before we went recreational, like where the excitement is still here. It's kind of like a little bit wild out here.
Yeah.
And man, that's like, to me as a brand, like that's like before how me and my bro before we got locked up, that's what the scene was like for us. So when I see come back to this and I see the excitement like that in New York, it gets us really excited. But you know what?
It's beautiful, man.
Man, it's beautiful, bro. But you know what really is like the cherry on top is that the social justice need out here is so strong. Right? Because of how many other people were overpoliced and stopped and frisked and the Rockefeller laws and all that bullshit that they were doing to everybody for so long that people like young people don't even realize it now. They walking by and they see Bud on the corner and they can go in, they can buy a vape or buy a pre-roll and it's easy.
People have no idea. Like the youth has no idea of like, I see, there's clubs right around where we have the dispensaries and people just come out and like light up a joint in front of a cop asking them Where's McDonald's? You know, like it's crazy, you know? So even the cops, like they come up to me while I'm smoking, you know, and it's like,
Yeah, just talk.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know, like this is
It's the world we live in now.
Yeah, and I think that's where we should take it, you know. You know, try to restrict our kids from using it. Obviously, we don't want to like get people underdeveloped, but also like, yo, be mindful of like, yo, this is a medicine, right? We should
That part.
be able to take our medicine whenever we need our medicine, right?
Right. You should be able to get your mind right at any time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's one of the cool things that you integrated over there too, where the sign where you're like, get your mind right here and get your body, or get your mind right here and get your body right here.
Yeah.
I like that, dog. That was dope. That was dope. So how do you feel about like the New York industry, the cannabis industry coming up right now? Like, what is your projections? What do you think it's going to look like?
It's hard. You know, I feel like we're in a very volatile time where we're still competing like with the streets,
Right.
You know? And I think it's going to take time, you know, because, if we look at alcohol, you know, we look at that for a while, right? It took a while for the public, the consumer to stop drinking alcohol out of a bathtub.
For sure.
Right? And that's what basically some people are doing, you know, by getting spray packs and all the bullshit.
Right. Not tested. You don't know what you're getting.
Exactly.
You got to come by a store and get something where you know it's tested. You know it's safe. You know if I give it to my dad who has cancer, it's going to be okay
Yeah.
for him.
And it's pretty much matching the same prices. But,
Right. Right. No. And I think you're right. I think as time goes, I think more and more people will become accustomed to the new system and the new era that we're in now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, listen, I appreciate you coming on here, brother. Like, this isn't going to be our first one.
No.
Next time you're out there in Cali, I'm going to get you on the one in Sac.
You already know.
Already, man.
Yeah.
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 Where can people find you at, Cause? What projects do you have going on? Tell them right now. Tell the people.
Yeah, you could go follow me at Combud NY. Combud got locked up, the main account on Instagram. So
Damn, did it?
You know how that shit flows. You know, we in this industry.
Come on, Mark.
The bullshit. You know, but it is what it is. We still trapping. We're still doing what we got to do
our
to
thing,
make
yeah.
this shit happen. But find me at combud.com. Hit me up. You already know.
Yeah, he got some really exciting stuff going on over there. Tap in with him at combud.com. And this is where we go. Joint Forces Podcast. My boy Cos Marte, Combud, Combody.
You already know.
Luke here with Joint Forces Podcast, Hall of Flower, New York edition. And I'm here with Stizzy. And what's your name, girl?
My name is V.
Where you from, V?
I'm from New York.
You from New York?
Bronx,
Okay.
New York.
Bronx in the house. Boogie down in the house.
Know me?
So if you could sum up the New York cannabis scene in one word, what would it be?
New and fresh.
Ooh, I like that. Fresh and new. Okay. I got one more question for you. What is the craziest place that you've ever smoked weed?
Smoke weed? Shit. Oh my God. There's so many. How do you decide?
Okay.
Maybe in front of a church.
Ooh,
That's so
what
bad.
a bad girl.
That's so bad.
Did you have like the
Y'all didn't hear that though. I definitely did not listen to the angel,
Yeah.
but it's all good.
Well, sometimes we listen to the devil.
You know, but don't do that. Don't follow that.
Don't listen to the Diablo.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, V, thank you for your time.
Of course.
Appreciate you, and congratulations on everything that y'all got going out here,
Thank
man.
you
We
so
love
much.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you for taking the time to talk to me.
For sure. Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Joint Forces Hall of Flowers New York edition. And with me today is the son of the legend, Dan Hare.
Thank you for the invite to come sit with you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. When I saw you walking up the aisles, I was like, oh, I got to pull Dan on the show, man. I got to pull Dan on the show. I know you got some good stuff that you want to tell the people here.
Yeah.
So, but first, let's talk about the event that we're at, man. We're here at Hall of Flowers, New York, the very first one that they've ever had. What's your vibe on it, man? What are you feeling like?
Honestly, it feels like home, you know? And I don't say that like, you know, lightly,
Right.
because the cannabis community, you know, like for me, it started in California,
Right.
but over the past 30, 40 years, it's become global. And New York in the United States has been one of the meccas of cannabis for as long as I can remember.
That's right.
And for this state to stand up and be recognized, for the powerhouse that it is
Right.
at this venue, at this scale,
Right.
for a first year event,
That part.
already this year is probably already going to be too small for what happens next year.
Yeah.
You know, and because this place is packed to the rafters, it's filled with the people that have helped to fight and create the space that is becoming New York cannabis.
Yeah.
And it's just incredibly powerful to be here, to watch it, to be a part of this community. And, you know, honestly, there's parts of me that, you know, my father's from New York here, born in Buffalo. And if he could see what's happening, that you could walk down the streets in New York, down, in front of the courthouses next to a police officer, and smoke cannabis, when in 1999 he was going the cannabis marches here, and
Dedicated his life to it.
and people were getting arrested for smoking cannabis while they were walking next to police. And here we are 25 years later, and there's a welcoming aspect, and there's still an educational aspect yet to be really realized.
Yeah. And that's one of the parts that I'm really excited about too, is the need for social justice out here, and the need to really recognize the sacrifices of the people that came before. Their voices here have to be boosted up, and they should be boosted up by the people that are in the community from California, from other states, to say, hey, look, we were out there and we were fighting for this. We were putting it online out here. We love what you guys have done out here, carving out your space out here, and we want to come support it out here too.
Yeah. And the reality is like, you know, a lot of the folks here, you know, I mean, I'm part of an older generation in cannabis, you know,
You're the triple OG.
But the reality is that the folks that are here building their brands, here in New York, or trying to bring brands here to New York, they are part of the new generation, the pillars that are being built on top of the foundation that the people like Dennis Perone, like Gatewood Galbraith, like my father, like Dennis Perone, they laid that foundation for this to be built on. And the power of the future are the pillars that are being erected out here in this facility by these brands, by these people that are fighting for their rights, fighting for opportunity, still dealing with the, you know, trying to understand and deal with the politics, the money, you know, everything that's part of what cannabis is, the good and the bad.
Right.
And these guys are fighting just as hard as my father did, in his time, just at a different level, because now we're fighting for, access to a space that's open,
Right.
where we were trying to find a place where we weren't being persecuted and incarcerated.
Right.
So now it's a whole different type of thing, but it's still the same fight. And, you know, the things that affected you, God bless you for what you've gone through
Thank you.
and survived. You know, a lot of people haven't. And there's still a lot of people that are still affected and incarcerated for
day.
the same fucking thing. And so, you know,
Free the guys, free the girls.
the power that is still here in this community, and the love for cannabis and the love for everybody
It's exciting.
to rise together. This is incredibly powerful for everything and everybody in cannabis.
I feel that too. Like, you're making the hair on the back of my neck stand up talking like that, because I feel it too.
Brother,
It's
you
electric.
had hair on the back of your neck.
You know, actually, you're right. That shit was probably gone a long time ago. One of the cool things about being out here in New York, though, is they love the hair terpene profile.
You know,
They're like, they go crazy for it.
it is a really unique, dominant profile. I wish that my father could have taken credit for it, but, it was really, it's something that is recognized past my father's influence, you know, because people who didn't know of my father are sort of coming in through the back door of, you know, like they know that there's this Jack Howard flower out there, and they start smoking it. They start hopefully reading about it, looking it up, and finding out what's the origin.
What it is.
And hopefully it starts to educate them to find their voice and to carry on the fight that you and I
Right.
and many of the folks that are here today are continuing to do.
Damn, man. Well, thank you for coming on the show and vibing with me out here in New York, man. Where can people find you at, and what do you got going on?
Man. Well, there's a lot of things good and bad going on in the cannabis space. So I'm part of both, unfortunately. You know, there's imposters, and then there's people that are blessing our brand.
There will be false prophets. There's only one true prophet.
But the reality of this brand is that my father's name and energy and the good vibes that he put out there is helping us to build the brand on a global scale So this last year, we've licensed our brand into Europe through Somai Pharmaceuticals. The end of this year, we'll be in 6 countries. By the middle of next year, we'll be in 12 countries.
Hell yeah.
We have pros in Canada, Thailand, Colombia,
Nice.
and we have partners that they have it here. This is what we focus on. We don't focus on what's in our pockets.
Right.
We focus on what's here.
And it'll come here.
Because if we build what's here,
Right.
everything else will come from it.
That's right.
You know, and
That's real wisdom right there.
and I'm blessed today that when I go to sleep at night, the people that we have in our lives as a brand,
Right.
I never have to think twice about what they're doing when my mind is off and I'm asleep.
Nice.
I get to go to sleep and wake up every day knowing that this isn't a fight just for me anymore. All of my brand reps are a part of the future of this brand.
That's right.
And that their heart is true, and I'm in good hands. And,
That's right.
and like sitting here with you, I know that the love and energy that is in this place and in this room and in these 2 seats right now
That's right.
carries all of us through. And you know, we fight forward every day.
Thanks, man. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you, brother. Another episode of Joint Forces, Hall of Flowers, New York edition. Yes, I'm here, Hall of Flowers, New York, West Coast Exotics. Brother, tell them what's your name and where you from?
My name's Boston, and I'm from downtown Los Angeles.
That's right.
And we're here representing West Coast Exotics in the Big Apple.
And I know you guys hear that strong Paisan accent right there. We're some West Coast Italians coming out to connect with some of our home Italians out here in New York and do some business, right?
Yes, sir.
Forget about it. All right?
You're in the right neighborhood right now.
That's right. Down here in the Lower East Side. Right?
Lower East Side.
Chilling. This is where everybody wanted to move up. This is where George and Wheezy were trying to move up to, right?
It's here. All the brothers come over the bridge.
So, if you could sum up the New York cannabis scene in one word, what would it be?
Amazing.
Amazing. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Go.
Right.
We're bringing the real flower to the East Coast.
Wow. Spoken from the champ himself, baby.
Yes.
Okay, one last question. Craziest place you've ever smoked weed at?
Oh shit. That's a good night. There's a lot of crazy places, but I would say in Empire State Building on the rooftop.
Now that's called getting high, baby.
That's it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on. Welcome everybody to another episode of Joint Forces Hall of Flowers New York edition.
New York, baby.
I'm here with Spenta Marabon from Hall of Flowers to give us some of the insight about the New York happening scene and what's going on right now. You've been like a part of Hall of Flowers for how long now?
We just hit our 3 years.
Wow.
Woo, let's
Woo.
go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's at least 6 Hall of Flowers. What is it,
I
7?
think this is my, I want to say like 8th or 9th show.
8th or 9th.
Yeah.
So you got a pretty good like comparison to say California Hall of Flowers, West Coast
sure.
version, East Coast version.
Yep.
What are some of the highlights of the East Coast version that you
Oh
like?
my God. This market's hungry.
Hungry, right?
So many women in this market, which
That
was
part.
very eye-opening to me. I was like, that just, that got my heart. Cause I was
That just
like,
needed in this industry like
Yes.
tremendously, right?
Yes. And that's really exciting for me because we have Grown Women Good Weed.
Yes.
So I've been out here trying to like network, see what's up with the game out here, get the tea with the ladies.
You already know.
I'm trying to see what's up. I don't see any other groups like us out here yet. So that's definitely like my next push.
And they need that voice out here. So
For sure.
like, it's important. Like, you know how important it is when with my daughter and making sure that she sees other women in leadership roles and in executive roles
Definitely.
like that. In this industry, it's such a need because it's been always like a bro culture for like
Yep.
since the 80s and 90s and even well before that, you know,
Yeah.
but that's changing and it's changing for the good because it brings diversity to the plant,
Yes.
right?
And
And the
it's
plant
like-
brings everybody together.
Exactly. And you're seeing a lot of women here now that they're not just booth girls.
Right.
They're cultivators. They're
Right.
CFOs, CMOs,
That
CEOs,
part.
all people that you wouldn't even know are behind the plant. And so when you come to the show, those are the people that are front and center. And that's what we are all about.
even with our Santa Rosa show, what we do with our Grow Women Good Weed platform,
Right.
we do meet and greets with all the women that are either founders or doing something that's associated with the booths at the show. Because we want to show all the men that we're here, we're with you guys. We can roll as heavy. We can roll just as fast.
That's right.
We can smoke as many blunts as you guys
Yes.
because we are sitting
Say it.
here right next to you and we're doing it with you.
That's right.
Our whole thing is bringing the community together around the plant. And that's really our main focus.
And that's what it's always been about. Like the plant has always brought the community together. And it used to be like a super, like when I had our dispensary back in, 2004 or whatever, it was a diverse like group of people that would come in. It could be like an athlete, a rock star, a mayor, a fireman. Like it was all over.
75-year-old grandma
Right,
looking
grandma,
for gummies.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what was cool about it. And I think you're right. Like the more inclusive that we can be, the more ideas, the more angles that we can look at things from, it just makes everything better.
Definitely.
And
And it's all around breaking that stigma, right?
Right.
Like we have people who have gone to jail over this plant. And now we're all out here in New York City.
Right.
Like we are in the city that never sleeps and we're over here breaking the stigma. We're building community. We're showing everyone that like we are legit. I have a salaried job over the plant.
Right.
Like, we're not trappers
In New
anymore.
York City.
We're not. Yeah, exactly. Like we are here to really show everyone the steps that it takes, the commitment,
Right.
the drive.
Right.
This isn't an industry where you're like thriving for
It's
no
not
reason.
a get rich
right?
quick thing either.
Not at all. You really have to have the grit, the dedication, that ambition to really be like, you know what? I'm here to make a difference. I will be in those history books.
Right.
I will be the one that like needs to put in the work to get us to where we need to get to.
And you gotta have the love too, right?
Exactly.
Because they're gonna go through some periods in time going through these cycles and these
Oh, for
shows
sure.
and these brands launching and stores launching where it's gonna go like
It's a
this.
roller
There's gonna
coaster.
be some hard times where you're gonna want to quit and you're gonna want to like give up. You gotta keep going because
Oh, yeah.
but on the other side is when you get your payout.
Those are the fruits of the labor, right?
That's right. That's
when
right.
you really get to see that flower just bloom and you're
That's
like,
right.
I fucking did that. I watered that plant
The whole
for
time.
months. Yeah. And
So-
you get to really see that harvest.
Your name, very unique, Spenta Maribon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it originate from?
I'm from Afghanistan, so it is in my blood.
Wow.
Yeah, we all know, like, I'm very biased, and I will say this to the day I die. We've got the best weed in the world. I know I live in Cali.
They might have the crown on that. I mean, that's hard to argue with. They've been growing
We
for
don't
like
know that Afghan
2,000 years.
But yeah, no, I just joke around all the time. I say to my
is
blood, my thing really with this industry is not only as a woman, but as an Afghan woman, I really want to break the stigma and I want to show not just the women, but like my Afghan community that like it's not tabooed. It's not something that's so like negatively seen upon. I've gotten my mother to use topicals to this point, right? I'm giving gummies to my dad to show him different ways.
I read
to
a
test.
book about Afghanistan, like that there was a village that they built a school that they were allowing some of the like women and kids to come into. And basically like the government got so crazy over it that they came in and like leveled the whole school, told everybody they couldn't go to it. So like you're right. It is like, not only like, do we have the issues that we have in America, but they're having like such base issues. So like what you're championing is like something really exceptional.
Oh, for sure. And like, if I had the life I have out here,
Right.
I wouldn't have anything like that in Afghanistan. I'm like 32. I'd probably have 6 babies right now. Maybe 2 grandbabies, honestly. And I wouldn't be smoking weed. I wouldn't even be getting paid to smoke weed, forget alone smoking the weed.
But since you are Spenta and you do have that Afghan lineage, you could actually claim that you are the creator of the Gelato 41 that Mario Shabinsky used the Afghan for. Bro, she got you, dog. My bad.
Yo, get me some.
No, all love to Shabinsky's out there. But thanks for coming on the show. Oh, it was dope. We saw like
my God,
they got the cones and the ice cream, and it looks like
dope. It's
No,
a
Mario,
fun
you guys
tradition.
killed it for real. Thanks for coming on the show,
course.
man. It was
Thank
great
you
to
for
have you.
having me. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
amazing.
No,
I
dude,
love anything like this. We are always out here to break that stigma. So
right.
anytime we could talk about it, let's fucking do it.
Let's kick back on here and talk about it some more sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
We have to do.
Well, thank you. We're going to jump back out here. New York edition of Hall of Flowers, Joint Forces. Joint Forces podcast, Hall of Flowers edition, New York City. I'm here with Steve-O from Cure Leaf or Anthem, the brand, the pre-roll. Talk to me about it. Steve, well, first, Steve-O, where are you from? Talk about
I am from the Boogie Down Bronx. I'm probably dating myself. I know I look young. I'm 33 years old.
From Jackson Ave. JA, how you guys doing? Shout out to Mommy. How you doing, Mommy? But yeah, we're good over here in good old Whole Flowers. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. This is actually scary. This is really good. But yeah, I work for Cureleaf. I've been working in cannabis for about, 4 or 5 years. I started in Florida, came back to New York.
Florida?
Yeah.
Florida boy. So you, what, 305?
No, I was in Deltona, Duluth County.
Okay.
The Daytona Bullets. But hey, I work for Cureleaf now. And right now, we're going to talk about Anthem.
Yeah.
I love Anthem. Anthem, to me, is the classic point on the timeline. It's a good addition for my dad, who's 65 years old and smokes old school splits. And then we smoke some new school to people to grab it, yeah.
Hell yeah. So, Steve-O, if you could sum up the New York cannabis scene in one word, what would it be?
Sancocho.
Wow.
Sancocho is the melding of four different ingredients, a bunch of tubes, sauce. It's chaotic, and everybody thinks they made it first. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. Sancocho.
That's some real shit right there. Sancocho.
Sancocho. Bueno.
All right. See, I got it on the second try, man. Usually it take me 3 times.
It usually takes you 3 bong hits, and I get it easy most time.
That's what's up. Well, man, Steve-O, I appreciate your time. I got one more thing to ask you, bro. And this is gonna be perfect because you a crazy motherfucker like me. What is the craziest motherfucking place that you have ever smoked weed?
Confessional booth.
Oh man. My dude blew out the confession.
And El Salvador too, Cojutepeque, to be exact.
Okay. They were chiefing with you? Okay. That one might win today.
The burning bushes in a bike.
That might win today.
Yes.
Well, appreciate your time, brother. Boogie Down Bronx in the house. Steve-O, Anthem the brand. Check it out. Welcome everybody to another episode of Joint Forces Cauliflower New York edition. And it wouldn't be the show if I didn't have my bro Josh on here from Sluggers, man. Welcome, dog.
What's up, Luke? What's up, everyone?
Man, so I've been watching you from the sidelines, bro. I mean, when I got out, it was what, 5 or 6 weeks. We were in the Chronicle building doing an event there.
Meeting for the first time after I had heard your story. We started in the game at a very similar time. We both had dispensaries on that California normal list when that was like everything in the early 2000s when everyone else was scared to do it. And
that part.
Yeah, and all that. And I remember your video and all that shit. And I remember thinking how crazy and many this guy was. And
I'm still crazy and many a little bit.
Blessed and honored to finally know you and call you a friend. And
That's right. That's right, for sure. A friend for sure, brother.
Yes.
I've been watching you do your thing, man. I'm a super fan of Sluggers and what you're doing. This man is one of the hardest working men in cannabis. You'll see him in Europe. You'll see him in New York. You'll see him in Missouri. You'll see him in Michigan. You'll see everywhere, bro. And it's like, bro, it's inspiring to see that, man. It really is.
Well, behind me is an amazing wife at home that takes care of the family and makes sure everyone's fed and clean and taken care of, that allows me to go out, and also a team at Natura, where we innovate and where we create, and we create a lot of these fun things that we're sharing with all of our partners in these new states and countries. We're in Canada now that we're launching in. Yeah. So it's like, we're just having fun. And at the end of the day, the industry's changed a lot from when we both started it. It's like
real.
A new business. It's not what we signed up for.
No.
And we just gotta, I love this plant and I love this industry. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. So I'm just trying
I can't do nothing else.
Stay in
this
it.
is all I know, man.
Yeah.
But, you guys have been out in the New York market how long now?
We had just officially launched last week.
Oh, is that right?
So we're just
congratulations.
Thank you. We're just in the market for about a week. Our partners, HPI, are one of the bigger manufacturers and like vertical companies in New York. They do the brand Dank.
Shout out HPI. They do a lot of social justice work.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They do the
40 ton stuff.
and all that. Yeah. Really good people. And we're stoked. Stores have been very responsive in a positive way.
They're paying out here.
They're paying out here. Energy's amazing. It feels like California in 2018.
Man, I was just saying that. I was like, this is before we went rec. This is the
Let's see
energy.
how New York's feeling in about 3-4 years.
Yeah, we might have to check back in you, but right now it's like
Right
that.
now, yeah.
It's
We live
exciting.
for now. We
It's
live for
exciting.
now.
It's the Wild West, and we're gonna be here now, right?
Yeah, we live
That's
for
right.
now, and it's exciting.
So, what do you want to say to the New York market out there, the New York industry? You guys just launched. What's your message to them?
Well, shout out to New Yorkers. You guys have even when we're only available in California, New Yorkers were coming out to Cali and getting them and bringing them. The market's been really great here. It's the biggest consuming place in the world. Right. So more cannabis is consumed in this area per capita than anywhere else in the world. It's been like that for a long, long, long time.
There's a lot of money moving out.
A lot of money. Just, you know, you go to places like Washington Square Park where people used to get busted by the cops. Now they're slanging on the street. You know,
right. They just had a huge event there, right? Like a few months ago.
420 it's like the biggest 420 basically in the world, you know, and that's a place that everyone used to go get arrested. So message to New Yorkers is thank you. Sluggers is going to grow a lot in New York. We have a lot of fun things planned. Very excited to do local collaborations and really just bring the complete product line of the brand to New York.
You just said a really key word too, is collaborations. Like, I think the mistake that a lot of our bros out in Cali make is they come out here like with their chest out and say, hey, we got these awesome genetics. We're going to save the day out here. Like they didn't have a game going out here for 40 or 50 years already. Right. And really it's about collabing. It's about saying, hey, I got some cool shit. You guys got some cool shit. Let's make cool shit together.
There's a lot of people that have put in a lot of work. Maybe it hasn't been legal, but there's a lot of people doing a lot of things in New York like we did in California at a time where it was not safe and where they could have gotten in a lot of trouble. So it's definitely important to give back to those people.
That part.
Definitely not come in and pretend like we're the end all to the industry, because this plant is global.
That's right.
And you got to respect your
community.
The community. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Josh. Thank you for another episode of Joint Forces, Whole of Flowers edition with my bro from Sluggers.
Much love, everyone.
What's up, OG?
All right.
What you smoking on right there, OG?
We're supposed to be smoking on Smokeland's Lemon Drop. I believe it's from Smokeland, right around the corner.
Right. Does it have the lemon terps on it? Are you feeling any of them?
Actually, it feels very citrusy. It's burning very nicely. But yeah, so far we've been getting some good weed around here.
What's your name and where you from, big bro?
Oh, I'm the OG Social Network Podcast, Papa Dukes.
Ooh, drop it there.
And I'm the advocate, activist, podcast, executive producer, host.
So,
New York State.
Advocating for the men and women who are still incarcerated?
Oh, yes. We advocate the incarcerated. We also advocate the industry. We advocate child sex trafficking. We want to be able to make sure that everybody understands we are out here protecting the community.
That's right. It is all about the community. That's what this whole event is, right? It's about bringing the community from all the boroughs, the surrounding states, even us. We from the west side, man. We coming all the way from the west side to come over and come vibe with y'all and chill out.
Yeah. The community, the cannabis community is about that. It's an industry that is totally different from any other industry.
Right.
We have a huge table, more than enough for everybody to eat.
Absolutely.
As long as you come in with the right products and services, New York State will bring you in with open arms. We have great cultivators and processors here and brands. So by all means, you need to come and check us out. New York State we're going to hit $2 billion this year in sales.
Oh, say that again.
We're going to hit $2 billion this year in sales.
Woo! You guys heard it right there from the OG himself.
That means we're going to be doubling up for at least the next 5 to 6 years. So yeah, this is a big, huge market. Welcome West Coast to the East Coast.
He said the B, baby. Luke Scarmazzo with Joint Forces, the Whole of Flowers, New York edition. And I'm here with Rochelle, the writer, from Green State, here in New York City at Whole of Flowers. Man, how's it been since you've been here?
It has been a whirlwind. I literally flew here from San Antonio this morning, got off a plane, came straight here, and it has been humming ever since.
So, like, San Antonio is where they make the salsa. When they break out the cheap stuff, they go, New York City.
Allegedly. Yeah. A very different vibe from New York. That's for sure. Vibe.
So, if you could sum up like the New York scene in one word, what do you think it would be?
Hustling.
Hustle. Ooh, I like that one. That's a new one. Nobody said that today.
I mean, it took a while for things to pop off, but they're popping off, right? Like people are doing numbers on the regulated side for the first time.
For sure.
Right? And the trap is still, going strong. But like the regulated market, we're seeing more brands. Here at Hall of Flowers, there are a ton of California and other like out of state brands who want to break into New York.
Right.
The interest in those brands is really high, no pun intended. And yeah, like it's been really cool to see, honestly.
Yeah, like one of the things that really caught me was the amount of California brands and people I knew. Like when I came here, I was like, I was expecting to come here and being like, nobody would know anybody. And I'd just like be walking through and everybody's like, yo, Luke, yo. And I'm like, no, it's like, there's a lot of like the homies and stuff here. We got Anna from Cam here. We got like the bro from Sluggers, like everybody. There's like so many people here that I ran into with Ted from Alien Labs. Mid-Zotics, my bro, bro out there, he was doing some crazy stuff on the pier out there. But like, where do you think that this, like, the excitement is here? It feels like pre-rec out in California. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling now. Do you think where do you think it goes from here? Do they go through the meat grinder like California did, or do they learn from it?
I would hope they would learn from it, but if other markets that are starting to mature are any indication, they haven't, right? Because they are overcorrecting in some places as well. But I think here, what I've been hearing from the out-of-state brands, talking to Alien Labs, talking to Cam, right? They're setting up shop. They're still dialing in their QC, right? They want to get it to that level where they are in California with the quality.
Right.
Luckily, the brand recognition is there because of the legacy market. Right. A lot of these brands are very well known here already. And so the penetration, right, it isn't as intense. There's no breaking in. People already fuck with them.
That's right. Well, you heard it here from Michelle, the writer, Green State. You probably might even see a piece on it coming soon to a computer screen near you. Well, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate always vibing and having fun with you. I was like, when I saw you across the hallway, I was like, is that Rochelle? No way. As always, she's at whatever the event is, she's there.
You can count on it.
We'll catch you next time. And just like that, Hall of Flowers, New York City edition 2025 is a wrap. Profit, joint forces, Hall of Flowers, the New York cannabis scene, social justice. It was a big W for everybody. The deals were made, and we're coming out here to come out and collab with the rest of the brands. Let's do this.